Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first show. I'm your host, Joe Spicer. I am a fellow creator and publisher of Starcross Comics. We've been publishing for a little over 22 years, and today we have a special guest. We have Nicholas Geer, creator of the Relentless Tin Soldier. He's got an Indiegogo campaign right now. We're going to be talking to him. Um, Again, this is our first live show, and we hope to get some comments. And make sure you subscribe and like to our channel. Make sure you share them with friends, and we're going to have plenty of guests and down the line. And we just want to get everybody involved and talk comics and do some promotion of some new projects. So, without further ado, we are going to bring in Nick right after we play our intro. So, let's get started. All right. Okay, let's bring in Nick and have him talk about the Relentless Tin Soldier. Hey, Nick,
Hey, what's going on?
how's it going?
Good.
So, we wanted to kind of get to know you a little bit. Wanted to find out, what got you interested in comics in general, and then we talk about, what a little bit about yourself, what got you into comics, and then why you decided to create your own book. But start a little bit about you and how you got into comics in general.
I think I got interested in comics like a lot of people. My older brother was into comics and superheroes, and we'd watch, like the X-Men '90s cartoon, and we had the X-Men board game, had all the little figurines and stuff,
Nice. Yep.
and just all the pictures and superheroes, and just kind of went from there to comic books.
That's funny because my older brother was into comics too, but he had all the at the time they weren't the current books that were out. They were old too. So we're talking like the original Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. We're talking like the original Submariner books.
Okay.
Like old Daredevil books, and you know. And when I was a little kid, I didn't even know there were new comics. I just thought all comics were old. And so I would always check out his comics. And then one day I didn't even know there were comic book stores. And this is when I was little. I was in grade school still, and found out that you know I didn't know where a comic book store was because I was a kid. But I found out that the local hobby store had a comic book section, like near their magazine section. And then I actually found out there was a diamond catalog, and you could order things that you want. So I ended up ordering comics from the hobby store. And they
That's
would
cool.
keep my stuff like behind the counter, and I would ask for it. It was so weird because it's not a comic book store. So it wasn't until later that I was actually I think the one of the first books that I remember that I was buying right when it came out was the original Jim Lee X-Men #1, the one with all the covers that lined up, or the one that folded out.
Yeah.
That one comes to mind. I remember that. Prior to that, I was buying or I was trading comics with my friends. So I'd have certain ones, they'd have certain ones. I'm like, oh, I never even heard of this one. And one of the first ones I did in a trade was the Tick #1, and that's worth a ton of money right now. Unfortunately, I had a flood about a year ago, and that was one of the victims.
Mm,
So it's a really sad story.
yeah.
But what were the comics you that got you into comics, and then are those still the comics that you like today?
Yeah. I remember the X-Men one just like everybody
Mhm.
else. I think when I really got into collecting comics and you know the books I read and stuff was the '90s boom. All the Image
Yeah.
guys and all that stuff.
Yep.
Uh, So this day, Spawn's still one of my favorite characters.
I still can remember. I went. It was a dark night and was kind of stormy, and I remember. And again, I forgot when this came out, but I don't believe I could drive yet, even. So I got a ride, and then I bought Spawn #1.
Mhm.
And I remember walking in and seeing it, on not the rack, but on the new wall, and grabbing it, and it felt like I was holding like $1 million.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And then I opened it. Now you got to understand, like, the computer colors, they were kind of new, and Image was doing very high level coloring that wasn't done in books. I
Well,
mean, yeah.
I think they were using Malibu's coloring, and the
Mm-hmm.
Malibu was that's why
Yes.
Marvel ended up buying Malibu was for their coloring process.
Nice. You know, I remember, just even if you buy Jim Lee's X-Men, the print, when you look at it, you can see kind of like the not the pixels, but the dots, where it's not complete dense color. You can see that there's little holes in the colors, and your old mind doesn't remember the colors being that drab. And then I remember seeing Spawn, and just the sequence of colors from the gradations being so smooth, and
Hmm.
like not primary colors, but like greens and purples and like turquoise. And it was
Yeah.
just such a weird color combination that I hadn't seen before. And that was when Youngblood was coming out, Savage Dragon, and Wildcats blew my mind too at the time.
Wildcats. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So no, I know what you're talking about. um so, do you still collect comics now?
Uh, I collect a lot of indie comics now.
Yeah. No, that's great. I mean, I go to the comic store, maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks. And yeah, when Image is still the biggest, indie publisher, because they'll
Yeah.
publish things you've never seen before, whether they're established guys or whether they're new up and comers. But at least the comic stores will order those books, because it's
Yeah.
Image. But I'll be like, what is this? And it'll have some weird name, and I'll flip it open, and it'll be like buildings made out of hearts or something. And I'll be like, okay, this is crazy, I'm buying this. And maybe I only buy the first issue just because it was bizarre. But a lot of times they don't have lasting effect, but I'll buy indie stuff just to check it out, just to see what the edgy ideas are coming from new creators. Because the comic stores, they're rarely going to get you know something local or something lower indie, but they're
Right.
going to
Yeah.
get Image stuff,
Yeah.
but my shop has all Starcross books on the shelf permanently, so we always have that. But yeah. Now, at what did you always want to create your own comic, or was that something that you just stumbled into?
Yeah, I remember being little, and I can't draw for anything, but I remember being little and like drawing up my own superheroes and sketches and
Hmm.
stuff. And so I've always wanted to. So whenever I found the Pop XP Billy Tucci's channel, that's whenever
Yep.
I found out about crowdfunding and Indiegogo and all that kind of stuff. I was like, hey, it's a possibility. I don't have to find a publisher. I can create the comic and put it out there and see if anybody's interested in it.
All right. So, did you create the Relentless Tin Soldier, and then instantly that same year start your Indiegogo, or was it you created it a while ago and you've been working on the story over years and then looking for an artist, or did this happen really fast?
Kind of both. Whenever I decided I was going to do it, I kind of started working with different ideas of what the superhero would be. And um, but do you remember the old chocolate soldier drinks?
Oh, I don't
Kind of
think
like
so.
the
It's not
knockoff
coming to mind.
YooHoo or what?
Okay. I
But it
know
had like a little
you.
soldier on
Oh,
it
cool.
on the
Okay.
bottle, and so it had like one of the old British soldier
Yeah.
costumes on it, the red jacket and blue pants. And I don't know why I always thought that would be a cool costume for a superhero.
Right.
And so that was just one of the ideas I kicked around, and eventually, well, what would be a cool power for that? Ended up being the Relentless Tin Soldier with the metal, and so it was kind of like I've always had the costume idea in the back of my head, but once I really started saying, "Hey, I'm going to do this," is when I come with the origin story and the power set and all that kind of stuff.
Now, were the powers something you always liked, or did that just come all of a sudden?
Yeah, I mean, I've always liked Colossus, so
Okay.
that power set's always been something. But of course, the origin story and how he got his powers, all that stuff's going to be completely
Oh
different.
yeah,
But
I figured.
yeah, so
And then I know there's, mobsters and like crime bosses. Is that a genre you like, or have you liked it when, let's just say, a lot of times Batman or Daredevil have mob bosses? Is that like something you like, or do you just see it as like a good starting point to take on the criminal underworld or something like that?
both. I mean, I think it's a good starting point because in the book, he starts going after the mob and the bad guys, and by the end of the book, he's got a villain with superpowers. Um, but I've always liked movies like The Untouchables and
Mm,
all those type of movies.
nice. Okay. And then the tin soldier, he's a police officer.
Mhm.
So you kind of have a starting point
Yeah,
of knowing what that's like. I don't know if you want to talk about that, but
yeah, that's my day job,
yeah.
full time police officer.
I don't mean to out you.
I say day
Um,
job as I actually work nights, but
oh, okay. Yeah, that's hard. I know a lot of times you're not available at night or whatnot.
yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. So with the campaign, I know you have a lot of variant covers from a lot of creators.
I've just got the
So
two
yeah.
covers. I've got Billy Tucci and
Hmm.
Shelby Robertson.
Yeah. Now and then are you talking about the back cover too? And I know, what were the other ones? The posters? Are they like posters?
The two
Or
covers.
yeah, or one you're making, one's by Mike Miller, right?
That's
Is
going to be
that
a trading card. It's a
trading
stretch
card?
goal.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Which is one of my favorite pieces.
right.
And
And
then
there was a art print by
Andy
Andy Smith if you
Andy
signed up
Smith.
for the campaign and backed a physical goal.
Those
And
are
the
cool too. And we're
yeah,
gonna show that in just a minute.
and the
Um,
Graham Nolan head sketch is what I'm going to use for the back cover, but only on
mhm.
the first prints. The books fulfilled through the campaign
That's
because I
right.
wanted to make those who backed the campaign and funded the book. I wanted to give them something special
Hmm.
for helping fund the book. So it's going to be only on campaign printed books for the first prints. We'll have the Graham Nolan sketch back up.
Mm, okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna take us to a brief advertisement for Starcross Comics, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna look at your campaign, your Indiegogo.
Good.
All
All right.
right. This is a little one for our digital content.
Walking down the sidewalk, kicking my feet as I'm moving to the music. Step to the beat, I woke up today, canceled all my plans, and I stepped right outside with my guitar in my hands, and the notes became loud as the sound caressed the air, and I kicked it up a notch as I strolled without a care, cause I'm going down the road to a brand new place, and I'll get there with a smile on my face, yeah, so lift me up, I'm moving on, singing and dancing while I play my song, yeah, I'm having a good time, keeping it going, come on, clap your hands, and won't you sing along, and now let's take it up high, give our dreams their wings to fly, gotta keep the fire burning, keep the hope alive, you gotta keep it turning.
All right, welcome back. Um, just want to remind everyone that on StarcrossComics.com we have a few new books. There's Messiah #1, Tribulation Task Force, Secret Files 1, 2, and 3, and Red Talon #3, and Pillowman and Blanket Boy #3, also 1, 2, and 3 for Pillowman. And those are fairly new. Also the Guardians. So there's a lot of great new books to check out. So make sure you go to the website and subscribe so you get our newsletter so you're let known when new books come out. Also, email us, go to our Facebook, just stay up to date on our comment. Speaking of comments, let's see what's going on. All right. Randy says, "Yo, Jeff, is that a Starcross hat?" Yes, it is. I think Nick has the same hat. I think you may have probably got it before I did. It was funny. Like I put some merch out and it took me forever to get some myself, and I was just waiting for conventions to come back, and I have 2 shows coming up in September. One in Indiana and one in Minnesota. Are you doing any of the shows right now?
I'm gonna wait to actually have a physical book to start doing shows.
Well, that makes sense, obviously.
That
Yeah.
one in Minnesota, you should definitely
Yeah.
take Relentless Tin Soldier because where he's based out of, and
Oh yeah,
promote
yeah.
him.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I'm gonna make. I think I have most of the prints. The only one I don't have is the mega poster that we did with all the characters.
Yeah.
If you guys want to see that, check out Starcross Comics on Facebook. You can see that poster that we're talking about. Also, join the Starcross fan page on Facebook. We post a lot of the stuff there too. I'm gonna bring up your campaign, so I'm gonna screen share, and I'm gonna bring up your campaign. I'll go share, and then I'm gonna go here. All right. Do you see the campaign?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, right now we're at 1,637, and we have 14 days left.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, everybody go on and make sure you sign up to get the book. Here's some of the covers. So, the Tucci one is like brand new. You just
Right.
got
Yeah.
it.
We just
Yeah.
got it colored and everything.
Drew it up, and then we just sent it to the colorist. There was a short delay. Billy's super busy,
Oh yeah.
so we're just happy,
But
he
he's been
came in.
extremely supportive. I can't thank him enough.
Yeah, which is awesome. I mean, the more people he tells, the better. And then that's the Shelby cover. This
Mhm.
is the homage to the Superman. What? No, was Action Comics #1, right?
Action Comics. Yeah. I
Yeah,
want.
that's it. Yeah, so that's gonna be awesome. We got a little. So you got the digital copy for 5, the Billy Tucci cover for 12. Now that's still the pencil version. So but
It
that's
wouldn't
not
let me
the
update it
cover.
once you put it in there.
Yeah, I
It's
bet.
colored.
I understand. But it's gonna look like that, guys.
Yeah.
It's gonna look like the color one, but the pencil one is the one that he updated. Just wanted to put it up there right away. A little bit about the book.
And it is free shipping. So if you're back
Oh, cool.
within the U.S., it's free shipping.
Yeah, it looks like Benjamin Pearson, a rookie cop who sets out to take down the most influential crime family plaguing Minneapolis, the Coletta family. As expected, an organization with so much influence was not going down without a fight to stop him. The Coletta family might have inadvertently created the one hero that can bring the criminal organization to a halt once and for all. And the book is finished. Free
Yep.
shipping to the USA. And that's the pencil version again.
Yeah, so we're offering up the actual
Yep.
cover, the original art by Billy
Oh
Tucci.
wow!
Up on
So did Billy send you?
Yeah.
He sent you the. Oh, nice.
He sent me
Nice.
that and the roughs he did. So I've actually kind of got 2
Oh
copies, but one's just the
wow!
roughs he did prior to actually drawing it out.
That's pretty cool. You could keep the rough and then sell the.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that if it doesn't sell, I won't be mad.
Yeah, then you get to
Like,
keep it.
yeah, I almost don't want to part with it, but at the same time, like I really want to do the issue #2, and this entire book was funded out of my pocket. So
Oh yeah, I know. Before all the Indiegogo campaigns and Kickstarter campaigns, we just funded everything out of our pockets. I mean, we were just making comics, so it was only now that we were able to pre-order and get the word out for a lot of people to help fund our projects. But
Right.
Looks like so the Indiegogo exclusive homage cover is 15. Then you can do both covers, which is awesome.
And that homage cover is only available on this campaign. So once this campaign's over, once it closes, I'm not going to reprint it and maybe a print or something like that. But
yeah,
never
like
on
a poster or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. And the thing is, a lot of people's projects, some of the bigger guys, I mean, they're like first tier is $24.
Yeah.
So you're getting a good deal when it comes to the terms of an Indiegogo campaign for a new comic project. And a 6-pack, I guess that's good for like store owners and like
Right.
you know collectors. 6-pack, and then here's the Andy Smith original sketch.
Yeah, so that's the original sketch he did for the print that was offered as a
Yeah,
a giveaway with signing up back in the physical goal.
yeah, that's really awesome looking. And here's a page. So here's a drive-by. And then here is the Graham Nolan original sketch right here.
Mhm.
And I think there might be a full shot of that lower down. Here's another
there
page. Yep. Here's another page. So the Graham Nolan original sketch. So that's to own the original sketch?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, all that original art's the original art that was used.
That's really cool. Really good idea. Here's another interior page. Here's that everybody always asks about that, like I mean, he's basically a little like either like a wooden soldier or a tin soldier or
Yeah.
like almost like
So
a toy.
that page is a big part of the storyline.
Yeah. And then Mandy War concept art.
Yeah,
Tell
so
us
that's
about
one of the
that.
original drawings of the character. It's on 11 by 17.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But it's like Minneapolis background. It's really nice. I should have put the whole thing on there, but it's really nice.
Oh, nice. Now this is my favorite. This is the original art by J.C. Fabul, 200, and this is Tin Soldier fighting Garbage Man. Why don't you tell a little bit about that?
Yeah, so that's not actually in the book. It's just a commission I had done because I wanted it. But the original art is up for sale, and it's my character versus Aaron Lopresti's Garbage Man.
Mm-hmm. And then I forget, do you know him or are you just a fan, or how did that come to be?
I've talked to Aaron a couple different times. I'm sure within the next few issues he'll have a cover for the Relentless
Tin
Soldier.
That's awesome. And then this is just original art for sale.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Hopefully, maybe that'll eventually be an actual crossover.
That'd be awesome.
Be cool. Yeah.
I think he's got it licensed out to.
I
think it's Dark Horse right now, and his book's actually available on the collected edition's available on Amazon.
Did he get to see
Garbage
this?
Man?
Did he like it or?
Yeah, he's seen it.
Yeah, I bet he was like, dang, he looks great. And then here's another interior page. I think this is this page 1? I forget. No.
Yeah, that's page 1.
That is
page
1
of the book.
Yeah. Yeah, that building is awesome.
And that's an actual church in Minneapolis.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm jealous of people who really nail background buildings. Here's the original Billy Tucci cover art, 500. Okay, so to be drawn in issue 2, that's sold out.
Yeah. Well, there is a perk at the top where you can be drawn in as a police officer for issue 2.
Oh, for issue 2, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Now here is the Graham Nolan full shot. Yeah.
That's a great sketch.
Yeah, I love all the shine lines and everything. That looks really cool. And then we got some of the guest artist photos. That's pretty cool. Now here, so this is the patriotic add-on, and this is another really cool shot. I mean, look at those fireworks. That's awesome. And the
yeah, that's also by J.C. Fabul.
Yep. It almost looks watercolored. I don't know. It might just be the style. Yeah, very cool. I think
he nailed that flag too. It looks It looks great.
Yeah, I mean, just to be able to make it look so comic booky, but also so real looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I just love all that black shading in like the underarms and the legs where you get the dark areas shaded in. Always jealous of that. Um, and then here's another cool shot of the
Yeah, that's a
garbage
color
man.
picture.
Yep. Yeah. I love the toxic glow on his leg
That
there.
green is awesome.
Yeah. I think that really like brings you there.
Dogs are going crazy.
Doesn't he know we're live?
And
Now
that's
here's the
the
Andy
that's
Smith.
the art print that was available for if you signed up.
Yeah, that looks great. All that musculature looks great. I mean, that could have been a cover too, or a trading card would look cool too. Now here's the one with Mike S. Miller, and I
Yeah, so
love this one too.
that's our first stretch goal. It's going to be a trading card if we reach that
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah, I love that. Now we've done a bunch of trading cards in the Starcross campaigns, so we can always give you some options for that, you know. But that looks awesome. I mean, you can tell he just like easily knew how to render that metal skin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he looks really powerful, and I love the who was it? Was it one of the Starcross colorists? I forgot. Was
Yeah,
it
I think that one,
Federico?
that and the art print, or
Okay.
that one and the Garbage Man. I think are the only ones
Yeah,
that were
you're
not
right.
done by Walter Pereira.
Okay, yeah,
It was
this is
Federico that did
Federico.
that.
Yeah, I just love that glow right
Mhm.
by his feet there. Like, just shows like it's almost like a volcano or some energy coming out. That looks really cool. Now, a lot of people always love this. I mean, I love the turtles. They're always like, "Whoa, it's the turtles! What?
So
When does
there's
this
a lot
happen?"
more. There's a lot more to that image than most people catch.
Okay,
So my character is based out of Minnesota,
okay,
and the movie Purple Rain is shot in Minnesota, and that's the
okay.
Purple Rain house in the background.
No
And
way.
yeah, and as you can see, like the rain's purple and the lightning's purple, and
Wait,
so
now
it's just
are
kind of like
you in
a
Minnesota now? Are you in Minnesota?
no.
No. Okay.
I based them out of Minnesota because I'm from Texas and I love
Okay.
snow
Right.
and we never get it. So I wanted
Okay.
snow drawn into my books and stuff like that.
Oh,
And I'm a big
wow.
hockey fan too. And
Okay. Okay. That's funny. Yeah, the turtles look great. Who did this one again?
let me look him up. Everybody always asks, and I can't ever remember his
It
name.
doesn't say.
I need to put it on there.
But
He's a great artist.
great. I mean, some people don't nail the turtles. They nailed the turtles on this one.
Yeah, he did.
There's his signature. I don't recognize it, but I mean, this is great. He nailed it. The faces look on point. Perfect turtles. And let's
See if I can
see.
get to
Yeah.
pull up.
And then there's the Tin Soldier Facebook
So
link.
the artist of the turtle one is Jose Jaro, Jaro.
Okay.
So I need to add that. I need to add his name on there because he did an amazing job with that.
I'm gonna try to post that later. So this is your Tin Soldier
So Facebook page, yeah.
Facebook page. So I'll try and post that when I stop sharing. And then here's a lot of the Starcross comic titles. You know, we got a lot. So we got a lot of interviews to do. A lot of people doing campaigns either coming up or doing them right now or just ended. And we'll also be talking to a lot of non-Starcross people coming up too, and hopefully have Nick back. I'm going to stop sharing and come back to everyone. So we're back, and let's see. So, as far as I don't know if you want to do you want to mention the second issue?
Yeah. I don't have a lot to show as far as the second issue goes, but on the Facebook page there is the secondary cover is available on the Facebook page to show.
Do we want to show that? Because I can show that.
Yeah, we might as well show it.
Okay,
Now,
where did you say?
I've got a main cover from a pretty big named artist in plans, but this cover turned out great, and it's by Robert Powers.
Where is that cover? Oh, on your
on the Facebook page.
On the Facebook page. So I'm gonna go back to it, and then I'm gonna share. So I'm gonna go back, and then right here, and then I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna share screen. Okay. Boom. Okay.
It's not very far down.
Oh, we'll have to talk about that one too. Here we go. Boom.
Yeah.
See if I can get that bigger. There we go. Yeah, that looks so awesome. So a new villain coming up, and yeah, that cover's great. Who did that?
Robert Powers.
Yeah.
So Robert Powers drew, inked, and colored the whole thing.
Wow. Yeah, it grabs your attention like instantly.
Robert Powers is the creator of Pinguino's Revenge.
Oh, okay. You know, it gives me the a Spawn. I'm not Spawn. A Venom slash Clayface. I'm a big Clayface fan. And Venom. You know, it's a really cool character. Very like toxic looking. Looks like there's some accident that spawned him, possibly. But yeah, that's issue 2. So everybody's got to get issue 1. So you're caught up. But yeah, that's something to look forward to. And let's see. We got any more comments? Nope. So other than that, you also have a special cover, right? By tell us a little about that other project that you're doing a special campaign for.
So it's going to be an exclusive cover for Tyler Kirkham's Final Boss, which is live on Indiegogo right now. And the cover's by Eric Nenoltowski of Shadow Century, which is also live on Indiegogo. And Eric just nailed the cover. It's at the colorist right now. We just had the black and white available for see to be able to see. But it's a it's a great cover, and I can't wait to see it colored.
If you post the link, I just posted the link for your Facebook, and then we can try putting the link for that. Is that campaign live yet? No, right?
No, it's up for sign up, and it's the
up
same
for
as
sign up.
Yeah, so it's the same as the Relentless Tin Soldier. There'll be a print available if you sign up and back a physical part.
Okay. Yeah, I've always just gone like I've mentioned it, and then I've just gone live with my campaigns. But because of you, I decided to try doing the pre-launch and get people signed up. Like I'm doing Crazy 9 right now, so I'm letting people sign up. So if you go to Crazy 9 on Indiegogo or on my page, you can sign up for that too.
Yeah.
But I always usually just go to launch because you can't. I never like waiting, but I'm trying to play the long game like you did.
See, I had the entire book complete except for the Billy Tucci cover. So I was like, I'll do the pre-sign up because you get 6 months, and Billy's just so backed up with all his stuff.
Yeah. He's got like 3 campaigns going or something like that.
He does, but like if you back his campaigns, you're getting your books. He does such a great job with his campaigns.
Yeah.
But I posted that link in your private chat.
Oh, okay, good. You did. Is it there now? Okay.
But yeah, and Billy's such a supporter of everybody. So
yeah. No. I remember back in the day, I was always. Oh, there it is. So I'm gonna grab this. You put it in the private chat.
Yeah,
I'm gonna throw it in the comments. So if everybody wants to look, that is the final boss pre-sign up for that campaign. But that's going to be an exclusive cover
Yeah.
with what's the main character's name from Final Boss? I don't even know.
Tommy, I can't remember.
Yeah,
It's
he's cool
Tommy
looking.
something.
He's
Yeah.
very 90s, very, everything you like about those kind of characters.
Yeah, so his book, y'all have to check his book out. It looks
Yeah.
really neat. It's inspired by comics and video games like Street Fighter,
Mhm.
Mortal Kombat, that
Yep.
type of stuff. So I think the cover turned out really good with his character versus mine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, so the Relentless Tin Soldier is on there fighting. Possibly his name is Tommy, but the main
Yeah.
character from Final Boss. But it looks great. And you're waiting for colors on that? Is that
Yeah, I should have the colors, but in the end of the week,
who's doing the colors?
Walter Pereira.
That's your color. That's your colorist.
Yeah, that's what I use for
Okay.
most of my stuff.
That'll be cool. And then is the creator of Final Boss going to promote that too on his end?
He shared it out on his
He
Twitter,
did.
I know, and so he's
Okay.
real supportive of all of it.
Did that get a boost or kind of?
Yeah,
You'd think his followers who want everything
hmm
that they would
Yeah.
want that too.
Yeah.
So hopefully that comes through.
And it's limited to 100 issues or 100 copies, so it's a limited
okay.
print run. So
Okay. Are they
it'll
getting
be his book with a rare cover?
Oh wow. So okay, that's awesome. So is he gonna let you print that then?
No,
Through you, or is he printing it?
He's printing it, and he's printing it with our cover. So I had to find the cover artist. He had to approve them. I'll send him the final paper or the final cover, and he'll print the books and send them to me, and then I distribute them. However,
Oh wow. Yeah, that's gonna be really cool. I can't wait to see that. I know. I believe you helped organize the mega poster that we created. I should show that while we're talking, featuring all Starcross characters.
most of them anyway.
Yeah. Let me try and find it. We do a lot of posters. Here we go, and then I'll screen share this. But we're putting the Tin Soldier on a lot of stuff to get him share screen to get him in everybody's view. So here we go. There we go.
There it is.
Yep, there he is. JC Fabul again. So now, was the public domain character was that the Bullet?
Bullet Man.
Bullet Man, yeah, that's it. He's at the top. Was that your only other guy that was on there?
Yeah, so it's just Relentless Tin Soldier, Bullet Man.
Nice. So yeah, we got a lot of the characters from the books you can get now on starcrosscomics.com, and this was a great idea that you came up with. I'm going to stop sharing. Cool. And all right, let's take another little break, get a little commercial, and then I'll finish up talking with Nicholas Geer. And we're back. Again, make sure to check out starcrosscomics.com. Make sure to support the Relentless Tin Soldier on Indiegogo. And there's a lot of new books on our website, so check them out. There's a lot of conventions coming up. We're actually participating in opening a store that's going to feature a lot of Starcross merchandise in Greendale Village, in Greendale, Wisconsin. So that'll be another cool thing that we'll be having coming up. I know Nick is hopefully getting his action figure line up. I know he talked about, let's get some action figures made. They have a lot of these really cool not glass, but it's almost like a clear plastic with color in the inside standees, and those look
Mhm.
really cool. I was thinking of having some of those made for conventions.
Yeah.
Those look really cool, but I don't know as far as, you probably have your own for display, and then if somebody wants to buy it, I guess you then have to go have another one made because they bought your display one.
Right.
That's the thing when you're making your own figures. Like I have a Starstruck action figure and statue, but it's like I can show those, but I only have one, so I can't sell them. I can't
Yeah.
mass produce them. You look at how action figures are nowadays. Like a lot of times they can't even make them like they made them in the 80s. It's like that technology doesn't exist to make really awesome figures. They make chintzy ones that don't look like the character, and
Yeah.
and it's like, what happened to that art of these really amazing engineered. They had
Mhm.
like engineers that were inventing things for Masters of the Universe to like get them to like turn and move and switch things and pump blood and like have
Mhm.
all these different ways they could engineer that had never been done in action figures. And now it's just they're kind of chintzy. I probably wouldn't have even bought them now as a kid you
Yeah.
know
Like, if you like looking at the Marvel Legends figures, the paint jobs on those are horrible.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and I'm sure they ship them out to other countries and whatnot,
oh yeah.
but the thing is like, uh, you know like I have my GI Joes and Masters Universe and Transformers and everything on my back shelves, and those inspire me, and then the 90s comics, just like you were talking about. All that's great. That's why I like Shelby's art and his book. Wasn't it 1984
94.
1994?
Yeah.
um all that retro art, all that,
Mhm.
that kind of extreme, energetic, powerful characters that just felt like they were like bursting off the page, and they were just so fun. And I can tell that's the stuff you mentioned that you like too. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I still think that Shelby cover is probably my favorite image of my character. You know, uh,
yeah.
to date. When he drew that and he showed it to me, I was like, "That's what he's supposed to look like."
Yeah. Did you tell him I want a tribute to the Action Comics, or did
Yeah,
he
I
tell?
did.
That's what you said.
Yeah, I've always been a big Superman fan. He's my favorite superhero. Um, so I definitely wanted an Action One homage cover.
He does so many tribute covers.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I mean so many that I'm wondering if he does his own concepts. But I love he does those covers a lot of times better than the original guys who did the
Oh yeah.
covers. And I actually didn't know he was doing commission covers. So
Mhm.
I'm like, oh,
I
I'm gonna try to hit him up, but he said he was so busy now, so you
yeah
must
he's
have caught him at the right time.
yeah I caught him in between 94 and Rage Sality's War, and
Yeah, yep.
he's gotten a lot busier in between those two books.
The more successful it gets, the
Mhm.
less time he's going to have for anything else.
But have you seen the homage cover he did for Wizard #1 on his Rage Tality
Yeah.
War? That
Well,
that's
I love Wizard #1. I mean, I
mhm.
love all. I mean, the just seeing some of the Wizard covers for Wizard magazine. I didn't love all of them, but
Later on, but the early
yeah,
ones, they're great.
some of them started phoning them in, but
Yeah.
a lot of them, it was like if you wanted that art, you have to buy Wizard number
Mhm.
whatever to get it, because it was the only place you were going to get it. And they always had like a poster inside of that
Yep.
cover, usually, or sometimes it would fold open, or it
Mhm.
would be bagged. And then you'd have the trading card inside, and like, oh, I want that card. I have to
That
get
was
this issue.
as a kid, I was almost more about excited about getting the Wizard issues than I was the comics,
Yeah,
just because it had everything in there.
that's how I got to know who wrote and drew
Mhm.
everything, because they had articles on them. They had the top 10 writers, top 10 artists, and you're like, oh, okay, so that's what so and so looks like, and then you could
Mhm.
see who was on the top and everything like that. And that was when I mean, before the internet, that's where you were getting your comic news from. And
Mhm.
if you weren't getting Wizard Magazine, you didn't know what was going on. You didn't know what was coming out. And now it's like everybody knows everything on
Mhm.
the internet. So, you're not going to find out things in a magazine that's going to be so old by that time. So that's why
Yeah.
I still wish Wizard maybe, would have started a website or something and become like the news for comics, but they just kind of faded out. They bought all the conventions, and I just found out from someone that Wizard just sold their conventions to another
Yeah.
comic
Fan Expo
circuit.
bought them out.
Yeah, that's so weird. I think Fan Expo is the one that has mostly like TV celebrities and whatnot, and then they just kind of push all the comic people to the side. I remember doing one show, and I think it was a Fan Expo. It was like the nicest show that I went. They treated us very nice. It was very easy load in. You could drive your car into the convention center. But as soon as we set up, everything was perfect. And then they opened the doors and all the comic creators were there. And then past us were all the celebrity tables for signing.
Mhm.
And we saw the wave of people just flood in and then just move right past all of us and just all line up at the celebrity booths. So I was like, okay, well, this is awful.
And see, that's not very good for the people with booths and stuff. But for a
Yeah.
fan that goes that wants to actually meet the creators and the comic books and stuff, that's great because you don't have to worry about the long lines. They
It's
can go
great
see
for
the
them.
celebrity.
It's not
Yeah,
great for us though. On
yeah.
the other side of the table, we're like, what? Why did I buy this table? Like, because
Hmm.
everybody just wanted to see the
Well,
cast of
you get to meet the
Arrow
real
or
fans then,
something. Yeah, yeah.
the people that
So
are actually in the comic books and not just the movies. And
yeah, I wish there were conventions that, I mean, don't get me wrong, I always liked when they had celebrities there and people you want to meet from your favorite shows. I always liked that. But then it became
that's
so
what it was
much
all
about
about.
that.
Yeah,
That's what it was all about. And then you're there and then they're like, you know, I'm not standing in line to just look at comics, or comic creators or buy comics. I'm here to see, my favorite shows, stars,
yeah.
or I'm here, to see, and even the bigger creators, they weren't getting much love. So it's like, I don't know if the whole, because when I did conventions early on, I wanted to meet Billy Tucci. I wanted
Mhm.
to meet Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane. Those were the stars that I was reading about, and I followed their books, and I wanted to meet them. Alex Ross, and you know, and Frank Miller, and now, what? Luckily, I did meet all of the creators I wanted to meet. But nowadays, nobody's nobody's lining up for that except maybe some of the old school guys like us. They might even who's ever doing the newest popular book. I don't know
Yeah.
if that person is getting a ton of people lining up at their table because
Well,
they
not
want to line up for the TV show.
not to get too political or anything. I try to stay
Yeah,
away from that. But did you hear
yeah.
where Frank Miller got canceled from that comic
I
convention?
did. I don't
Yeah,
know the details, but I'm guessing it had to do with his book that came out in like the early 2000s. I
yeah. It was
forget
an
the
old
name
book,
of it.
something that was in an old book. Somebody
Hmm.
had an issue with.
Yeah, it was a character that was kind of Batman-esque, which he has the right to do because he's the one who did the Dark Knight, the Dark Knight
Yeah,
Returns. So, but yeah, and I guess this character it was like the War on Terror.
yeah,
Wasn't
something
it
like
called the
that.
Terror? The Holy Terror.
I didn't
Yeah.
follow it too close. I
I
just
I
you know
actually heard about it. I actually was at a Barnes and Noble. Not that that's where I get my comics from, but I was at a Barnes and Noble and I saw it. I think it might have been hardcover, and it was like I think it was oddly sized. I think it was like a hardcover, and I think it was horizontal.
hmm,
I grabbed it. I'm like, this is the book everyone's talking about, and I just flipped through. 'Cause I'm an art guy, so I want to be intrigued visually first.
yeah.
So I flipped through it. I'm like, oh, it's by far not his best work. So I was just like, I looked at some key scenes, and I was just like, it might be great or whatever, but it didn't do anything for me, so I put it back on the shelf. So
Yeah.
I mean, Frank Miller's great, but he's like hit or miss. He Some of his stuff is amazing, and then some of his stuff he like. And I'm not saying he phoned in Holy Terror. I'm just saying like there was that Dark Knight 3. It was like his third attempt at the Dark Knight Returns, and it was like he rushed through it as fast as he possibly could to get a paycheck. And Frank Miller is amazing and he's extremely talented, but some things it seems like he's just doing for a paycheck. I don't know.
I mean, they can't all be home runs. I mean,
Yeah.
every now and then you're gonna have a slip up and something
Hmm.
that's not your greatest work. So.
He's still great. He's still a legend. He's still
Oh yeah,
amazing.
his run
Stuff
on
he did.
Daredevil was awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Daredevil, Dark Knight. You got Elektra. You got like Ronin. You got those are the legendary series.
Mhm.
So you can't take that away from him. But then maybe he kind of got disenfranchised with doing comics. I don't know. I think he still loves comics. Oh, Sin City, of course.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, I still look at that to see like how the heck did he come up with these concepts of light and dark.
Well, do you remember the trading card series from the '90s called Creators Universe?
Yeah.
So he had Sin City characters in that. I think before
they ever came out.
before there was ever a
Mhm.
Sin City.
So it's funny you say that. I found a box in my basement, and it had it was like a trading card box, those kind of long boxes.
Mhm.
I actually thought nothing was in there, and I opened up, and I'm like, oh, what are these cards? And I picked them out, and they were the Creators Universe. They had like, was Hellboy on there?
No, Hellboy's not in
No,
it.
it wasn't.
Mm-mm.
So, but they were a bunch of characters from known creators, but they were venturing on to creating their own. It wasn't. Was it Dark? It wasn't Dark Horse. It was its
Neil
own
Adams
trading
had a
card. Yeah.
character in it called Darkhawk, or
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the name of it. But
Yeah.
there was actually a book, come from that card. A lot of
Yeah.
the cards, there was actually books and come from it, but some of them, of course, didn't.
Right. Yeah. That's why we still love doing trading cards, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna put our trading card set on the website store, but a lot of the cards come from our campaigns.
Right.
So we want to have like special cards for the campaigns, and then we want to have like a series you can collect all the characters in order. We participated in the indie deck. I know that from
Yeah, I've got 2 characters in there.
from Vince White, and you can get the Relentless Tin Soldier in here.
Mhm.
Starstruck's in there, and also Phantom Hawk
Black Blossom's in it.
and Black Blossom, and that those turned out really cool. But we want to do a whole set eventually. But I think I'm gonna like release them in either packs of 6 or packs of 9 on the website eventually, so you can get them, because we get a lot of emails from people that say, hey, are you doing more cards? But we try to line them up with the launches of the crowdfunders. Sean Davis says hello. Hey, Sean, creator of Pillow Man. Thanks for joining us. All right. Well, I think there's anything else we should talk about. Did you see Suicide Squad?
I didn't care for it at all.
So,
Not at all.
So,
and
I didn't like the first one, not because of the editing. The editing was so choppy. You could tell they chopped the movie up. So I have no idea what the original movie was supposed to be. But that aside, this one, the beginning was almost choppy like that first one. I was like, whoa, slow down. What is going on? But then the middle towards the end, they slowed down. You got to like meet the characters a little more. And
right.
I liked King Shark, and I liked I ended up liking Peacemaker, even though he's really cheesy, and I think I actually felt the most for Ratcatcher, which I have no interest in, but at least she was like a genuine character. But
Yeah.
character wise, cool. Movie like pacing and concept, it was kind of. I mean, it was kind of cheesy. It's not going to be like a Dark Knight. It's not going to be like a Gladiator, or it's not going to be like something you watch and just, oh, this one scene gets me. And it's like, it was kind of, you tell what you were thinking.
See, I actually like the idea of coming, having all the obscure characters. I mean, I think
Yes.
that's the greatest part
Yes.
of Suicide Squad.
I agree.
And I actually enjoyed the first movie. Like, I
Okay.
watched it, maybe once every other month or so.
Oh, wow.
But with this one, I don't think I'll ever watch again. Something about it.
The rewatchability is where it comes.
Yeah, it just, I don't know, wasn't good to me.
So you did like the first one better.
Yeah.
Um,
And I'm reading all the stuff on like Twitter and stuff, and everybody saying how great it was. So, and I was excited to see it because I enjoyed the first one. Nobody else did, but I did.
Yeah.
I went and watched it, and I just didn't care for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Well, we'll see. We'll see what the new I saw What If.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. It was okay. It was okay. I mean, no spoiler. Episode 1 is the Agent Carter twist. The What If Agent Carter. It was okay. I'm not a fan of the animation style, where I don't know if they were trying to be kind of real looking or what they were going for. I really don't. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't really look at it at all.
Yeah, it was okay. It was watchable. I mean, it'll be neat that every episode is going to be a different What If.
Yeah.
So if you didn't like this one, you might like the next one.
Right.
So, I don't know. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add? We got your Facebook page. We got your campaign. It's got 14 days left. And we want to get that up. We want to get those trading cards made.
Yeah.
Sent out. How many issues do you see the Tin Soldier going?
See, I've got ideas for other characters and stuff, but I look at like the 90s boom with all the 90s comics and stuff. I really look at Todd McFarlane, like how he made Spawn. He said, I'm going to stick with Spawn. I'm going to get, and I really want to be able to do that. I want to be able to establish a Relentless Tin Soldier before I move into any other book or any other characters, So I just want to continue. As long as I can get interested in the book and people are wanting it and reading it, and I'm just going to continue with it.
Yep, we got to get it into everybody's hands. So we got to get people checking it out, sharing it, liking it, collecting them. Make sure you check out all our other books, Starcross, and make sure you check out Nick's book, Relentless Tin Soldier, and check for updates. Go to our website, sign up for our newsletter. Make sure you stay up to date on the releases. Sign up for Nick's Indiegogo campaign for when issue 2 comes out, and when we release some of the new posters with Tin Soldier, and I'm sure we'll have some new promo stuff and do some trading cards and some new posters. And once he gets into the convention circuit, he might be coming to a city near you. He's in Texas, so if you guys are in Texas, make sure to watch, keep your ears open if he does a convention there. And it's got some cool stuff coming out. The issue 2 is looking great. Who knows what issue 3 and 4 is going to look like, but
hopefully it's better and better.
Yeah. And those covers are looking great. And check it out, read the story, let us know what you think, let Nick know what you think, and keep checking us out on Starcross. Nick, thank you for joining us today. Get some rest. Thanks for everyone joining us today. Nick, I'll let you go. You have a good night. All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Thanks everyone for joining us on our first live stream. I hope you had a good time. We're gonna get some new guests for next week. Hopefully we do this every week. If you like, subscribe, and share to your friends. We're gonna get some other Starcross creators. We're going to get some non-Starcross creators that are indie creators, and we're going to get some hopefully bigger names eventually too. We have a lot of friends in the industry, and we want to do some new shows and get them to talk to you fine guys and gals, and make sure you keep checking us out. And we hope to be back with you next week. All right, everybody, take care. Bye now.